Hello everyone, welcome to the Angels Perspective for the month of August. For the people who are watching us for the first time, what is the Angels Perspective? It is a channel message where the angels and guides share with us the energy of the month. They also share with us some tools, practical tools that can help us to navigate these energies with much ease. We will gain some insights and what is happening around us. So when we feel a little bit lost or not knowing what is happening, we have these amazing tools that can help us to remember that there is assistance, there is help, and there is many things happening, and that we have all of this that can help us to navigate each month. So they'll take us, month by month, but also day by day. Know that they are always around, they're always assisting you. And with this information, it is for us to be aware of what is happening, and that we are guided so that we can actually navigate this, and we would not be tumbled into the way. So welcome. And so this month, it is very powerful. So we have several things happening, and I would like to just do a little recap, because July was a month of a portal. We have the 777 portal, which it was in 3 parts, right? We have July 7th, month 7, 2023, which for the people who does not know, when you add them all in numerology, 2023 equals 7, 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. So that was the first part. And then we have the middle part, which was on the 16th, which is 6 plus 1, 7. And then at the end of the month, which was the 25th. Now we have the portal of Lionsgate, which is August 8th. And the month of 8. And what happens here is that these portals, which are very energetic days, where we can utilize this energy in many, many ways that could really assist us. It could be, if we are not aware of this, sometimes we could feel a little bit convoluted, and there's so many things happening that we might feel a little bit into in a twist or in a tornado. We feel that it's hard for us to really understand what is happening. Many times we can feel like all of a sudden, many things happening at work and in our families and our homes, and all of a sudden everything's changing. So that's normally what happens with these energies. So being aware of this, we can now understand what is happening. We can use this energy and really intention it better for us, and in our benefit, in our highest good, so we can manifest the things that we want and understand the process that we go through. So now August 1st, today we have a super full moon, which in Aquarius, and what we'll be experiencing right now, it'll be this energy helping us to really express our truth. Okay, so the main energy is that we will really feel the need, and we are highly encouraged for all of us to really be surrounded by people that are aligned with us. So we have to be surrounding ourselves with protective energy, meaning being surrounded by the people who we really feel comfortable with, where we can be ourselves, that we are basically in the same channel. And that's by honoring really who we are. Sometimes, or I would say more often than not, we tend to be in places and situations that really does not align with who we really are. We feel that we have to be there, we need to be there in order to be accepted, in order for us to be part of something. But know that right now we are very much supported, and when we do this, each one of us, we really actually encourage others to do so. So when we are perhaps saying something so simple like, I would rather not want to do this because I rather want to do that, I'd rather to not want to go to the movies because I really want to go meditate, and you really honor that, for example, the other person will feel like, oh, okay, so you know what, he was able to really stand for his belief, his or her belief, and I can do the same thing. So we are helping others to do the same thing. Might not be easy, okay? So this is something to understand, that one of the main energies also will be like, we will have to become mountain. Okay, we are really supported and we really are encouraged to really stand for ourselves. Okay, especially when we believe the way we're doing, and it is in our highest good, and we know it. You know, we believe it, we know it. So we have to stand for ourselves and we have to speak our truth. That's going to be one of the biggest things. So at the beginning of the month, we will have that with this full moon, and there's another actual full moon at the end of the month, August. We have a full moon, the blue full moon is called, but right now we have a super full moon, which what means is it's even higher, the power is intensifying. But at the end of the month, we also have the energy of this blue full moon, which will help us to really create new things, new opportunities. Every full moon will help us to do that, but each one of them will have a specific quality. So this quality right now will help us to really speak our truth, to stand for ourselves and say, this is it. I'm going to be honoring what I know that is in my highest good, it's the best thing for me. And it might not be very easy, okay? Because we might feel that we are betraying people or not filling up people's expectations, but know that when you do this for yourself, you do it for everyone else as well too. Always know that when you're heart-centered and grounded, you will be able to know that you are in the right path. The guidance is always very clear. It's subtle, but it is clear. It's always positive, never is negative, and never is limited. Okay, when we hear things that are limited and something that is not positive, then we know that perhaps there is not necessarily our angels and our guides really guiding us at that moment. So that's very easy really to understand. And it might, when it comes to positive, we feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. So maybe we feel like our ego might say, no, you're not prepared for doing this, or just you're crazy. You would know that you can ask your ego to say, hey, it's going to be okay, right? Because we are going right now in this transformation and it's happening very, very fast. The earth is moving really fast. The earth is changing. The earth is going into this, as a matter of fact, already kind of is, and moving to a different frequency with different dimension, what people will call it. It is transforming, and we are doing the same thing with earth. So it's happening quite fast, and that's why we feel like everything is changing around us so quickly. So we have that support, and just visualize this month to be, you are a massive mountain and you are so grounded, and there's nothing that can really put you down. There could be storms and winds and thunders, whatever that might be, but you have the wisdom and you have the power to stand for yourself. Okay, now with this, knowing that, now that you know what is in your highest good, now that you know this feels right to me, and I know this is what I should be standing for, right? Whether it's changing a job or making these big decisions. We are constantly right now making big decisions, and the energy every time is just squeezes a little bit more for us to do it. Before it was not so, I would say so extreme, but right now it's like giving us those little extra kicks. It's like, hey, you've been wanting to do this. It's time for you to do it. So pay attention, because then this is the time we will get all there. But knowing that you are being guided, and if it's presented to you and this is your opportunity, go for it. Now, another thing it is, we will be, what will make us feel better with all this is that knowing what is it that we want to do, we really have to be aligning with the light, okay? Be focused with that and with the positive outcomes, okay? Trusting on the unknown. We have this mystic magic that we might not believe we have, but we do. So when we believe in ourselves and we just trust the unknown, we will really create magical things. And many of these things could happen overnight, and other things could happen as we go, but we need to take the first step, right? So you're standing on your truth, you say, okay, this is how I align with myself. Remember, we all have to be thinking, feeling, and acting in the same way. That would be in coherence. So that's when our heart and our minds will actually align. It's okay, I'm thinking this and I am feeling this and I am acting accordingly. Okay, So it would take, it is helping us to get brave, right? Bring that bravery out and say, okay, I can do this. So your angels and guides are encouraging you, and they're like, this is the time to do so. Where we will have all of the thoughts and perceptions, it's all about the heart, okay? We're gonna be working a lot with our heart, because as we're moving through all of this, we will have these opportunities, because literally the love is going to be in the air. So it's for us just to say, okay, it's like tuning in. It's like really tuning our radio frequency so that we can tune it into this energy of love. And the message for us will be here is just love and allow people to love you back, and we will be presented with so many opportunities to create new relationships. Okay, there will be new opportunities to love someone in a different way. So we are basically letting go of the things that are no longer serving us. So like say maybe some ideas, even with our partners, and we start carving new ways. Sometimes we feel that we have nothing in common, and sometimes we feel like our family perhaps is just not supporting us in whatever that we want to do. So we have opportunities to carve new ways of loving and being loved, and in the new relationships with your partner, with your husband, with your wife, whatever that might be, and new ways. So love will be in the air, and this is pretty amazing, because we also have the energy of Venus around us too. So this is going to be a bit of a very extreme. It feels like more, it will be like it's just quite intensified everything, right? Like almost like a toddler or a baby. When they're hungry, they just cry, and once they have the food or happy, just like that. That's how we will be feeling this month. It's very emotional and very extreme emotions, whether we will be crying or happy or angry. But know that love is always available. Okay, that will be right there. So what it will help us, because the energy will be presented for us to really validate our emotions, okay, and connect with the emotions, because through your emotions, you'll be able to really know where to go. Your emotions will reveal the truth. Your emotions will tell you this feels right or not. Often we go to our heads. Often we're trying to really overthink things, and we get confused. And emotionally, we feel distressed because there is no coherence. So we are knowing something and we are thinking something different. So be really compassionate. This is a time also, this month is just really to slow down and rethink everything, revise everything. How are things? And connect with the emotions. The emotions will help you to know which direction to go. Okay, so we are working a lot with the heart. That's eventually what this civilization will get. We will be just heart people, not much of a head. We will be more in that harmony. So we are working on this and learning how to do this. We are learning how to trust our intuition, how to trust our guidance. Because even though we have this beautiful guidance, we have our angels and guides, we are here to experience this. And as a team, we work together. They're constantly reminding us, and they remind us in the most beautiful ways, and sometimes in the very hard ways that we would consider, but those are the ways that will help us to look to the place and to the side that we need to look. Now, where really all of the I have my information here, so I don't forget anything important. So connecting with our emotions, and know that this sensitivity is not a curse. This is something important, because sometimes we feel very sensitive about everything, and right now more than ever. So know that this is actually an opportunity for you to know more about yourself and to know where you need to go. Okay, this is it is a gift. It's not a curse. So just keep that in mind. So where we'll all feel emotionally, and we will have to really, we will feel the need to trust in a higher power, in a higher something. So there is a reminder of all of ancestors. We will be having the reminder of God or source, whatever might be for you, whatever you call it. It could be the nature, doesn't matter. Higher forces, something that you believe, and it will be there to assist. So this energy will help us to really be really heart centered and grounded. When we are grounded and we know that we are guided here on earth, our ancestors, they were here once, and we have them with us, assisting us, helping us to walk. So some people might have some loved ones and grandparents and all people that will be walking together, and it's like, you know what, there's has been some experiences, the wisdom from these people are coming more and more open right now and more clear to them, even if they're old actually. And it is just that sense of security and protection that we feel from them, right? Knowing that everything is going to be okay. When your mom and dad say, hey, don't worry, it's all going to be okay. So we have that. And there's going to be this shamanic energy, which is really compromised with all of this energy of our ancestors from the present, from the past, and from the future, assisting us and helping us to walk through all of this that we are going through, because this is the 1 month, but it's going to be another month, and it's going to be several things, but they are here with us. They are assisting us. They are very much present with all this evolution, because as we evolve, they will evolve too. Okay. So allow these energies to help it to clean. This is also helping us to trust the process, to trust in ourselves. It is also this energy of the wisdom, the energy of our ancestors are helping us to know that there is all this wisdom that exists within us, and helping us to bring that out, helping us to cleanse, because through us is how they also live. And when we heal, when we clean, we are also assisting them too. So know that there is going to be that assistance for us. Where we need to be really, really put it, I hear also trust in your angels, trust in your guides. Okay, they're going to be right there. So know that you have that support right there. And you might get the sense that if you take a moment and just close your eyes for a moment and calm down, you could actually sense them around you. It just feels this energy of like protection. And sometimes when I feel overwhelmed and I just need a hug, it's just like magic. I start feeling uplifted. I don't even know how or why, but it's like, okay, the situation, the problem might be there still, but I just feel better. And it's just magical. I will invite you to do all of that, and especially when you are feeling a little bit sad or not able to see things clearly. Step outside. Now, where we're gonna go and put our attention and action, it is an intent, and we create and recognize that we all have our own power to create our own reality. So now that we know, be in these mountains, and we believe in ourselves, and we say, hey, I trust in myself. I know this feels right to me. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to do this change. I'm going to change my diet. I am going to move another country. I'm going to marry, whatever that might be for you. And it is important for you in your life. Okay. It's so important. So now where you need to bring this energy, knowing that you have all this support, it is just to take action and trust in yourself, and trust that, take action with that. You need to create with that. So we have this intention, we have information, we have the guidance, we have the intentions, and requires in our side to take action. So we have to create, and it's starting by believing in that we are the ones who create our reality. If there is something that you do not like, why do you don't like that? That would be the first question. Why are you doing that? And we all come with often is surviving, okay, and a survival answer, because I need to sustain myself, I need to pay my bills, I need to eat, I need to feed my family. But are you happy? So we tend to believe that we have at least that, and we don't trust in our own personal abilities to really do something else. And when we are aligned in our purpose and we are strong and we say, you know what, that's okay, it might not make sense for everybody else, because perhaps for everyone being a doctor would be the best thing, but for me being a lawyer is better, right? And it's just our limited beliefs, is the ways that our all of these programs that we have, the fears that we have that are not allowing us to move forward. It could be many, many fears. The fear of not being able to eat, not being able to survive. But in reality, somehow we always find a ways. Once we start doing things that we are in alignment, we feel joyful. And when we feel joyful, we tend to have better decisions. When we are stressed, when we are angry, we tend to have no really good decisions, and then we feel stuck because we're in a job or in a situation that we really don't like. It makes us feel uncomfortable. It makes us feel unhappy that we are not able to step up, right? So right now with this energy, whatever you need to step up to, and it's like, this is the time, I'm gonna tell my boss, or I'm gonna tell my family, I'm doing this, or just to yourself, this is a time for me to do this. I've been waiting and holding on to do this. This is the time. So where we need to also direct the energy and with an intention is going to be in trusting exactly all our talents, trusting in this changing, because there's going to be many changes happening. Okay, so we need to trust in our own personal abilities. Those are the ones that we haven't really embraced. Right now we are encouraged to do that, but many times we don't, because we feel that we will not be able to survive or live with that. We have always been told that if we pursue what our passion is, often we will not get paid well. And again, this is with an idea of what is really success. So we have to really rethink again, what is success? Because for some people, maybe having a mansion, or for other people will be having a cabin in the middle of the forest. And I personally believe that success is when you have inner peace. So whether you have a mansion or a house in the middle of the forest, it's, doesn't matter. It's whatever brings your inner peace. So when we start really understanding that, then we will be actually stepping more into the things and into our true selves, and really doing things that are more in alignment with ourselves. So be at peace with ourselves. Often we feel that if we're not doing what we are supposed to be doing because we've been told to do something, we are lacking something, right? The idea that someone having this little cabin might be really happy in the cabin, but it still feels the lack of missing something if it's not really, that person is not really in coherence, because maybe you're already doing the things that likes it, but if he still thinks that it's missing something because it still give power away, okay? And just recognizing that that's what you stand for yourself and say, you know what, no, this is perfect for me. I love this. I'm really happy. I don't need to have that because this is someone else's idea. So that's what we call our own power. We allow others to do the same thing, and we just focus in our own personal things. Now, with all of this, I think it's very important to give ourselves some time to really retreat a little bit and just kind of be like a hermit, and just to really look after our own personal needs, right? Because with these changes, and in order for us to do anything, even help others, we really have to nourish ourselves first. If we don't, how can we fill up someone else's cup if we don't have any water in our cup? So I think often we forget about it, especially when we want to help. We tend to do here, to do there, and we forget to look back and say, okay, what am I missing? Am I nourishing myself? I'm tired. I'm just out there. And even though it could be with the best intentions, if you are not nourished, you're not going to be able to do anything for anybody else, and then for you. So I always share this analogy about the airplane. And the airplane, we always, the flight attendants always say, if something happens, the air mask will come down. So before you put it into your children, even, you have to put it on first. It makes sense, because if you have it on, then you can assist someone else. But if you put your kids, then who's going to assist you? And then your kids are not going to be having anybody to look after them, right? So And that's why sometimes we get confused into being selfish, right? And really looking after ourselves. So we can be better person, better parents, friends, and really better humans if we do those things really with intention to for it always in the highest good. So looking after your personal needs. What is it that you need? You might need rest, or perhaps you need to take some time to really make decisions, whatever that might be. Just nourish yourself. That's what you need to let flow more on that. Okay, and let go right now in this month, trying to push through. This is a time not to take rapid decisions. This month is really to take the time to reassess everything, to rethink everything and see how's everything. Everything might go just perfect the way you had it, but it was good that you can review it, or you realize that maybe you can add things or change a few things in here. So any decisions that you are taking, just don't take them in a rush, right? Take some time to connect with yourself. Also, we will have some Mercury in retrograde at the end of the month, and remember that is also an opportunity to really take a little bit of a time for yourselves. And Mercury retrograde is communications. So this month, you don't want to communicate too fast things without first being in your heart and asking the first question. What I'm about to say is good. I'm just reacting to something. Am I adding more wood into the fire? Am I really bringing something new or good at this conversation, right? Whether it's with somebody else or with yourself. The way we speak to ourselves, the way we talk to others, we have to be very aware of that, and this will help us. And remember that you will be guided all the time. Just your angels and your guys will say, hey, remember, are you reacting to something? Or if you feel that you're losing control over something, it's like, okay, why am I feeling like this? Just by this little question, you will have so much information back from your guides and your angels. So overall, this is going to take us to the whole thing. In order for us to do all of this and stand up into our power and to really getting creative and really being strong, firm, but we have to be peaceful with all of this, right? Trusting our talents, trusting in our intuition and in our abilities, and in these changes, because there's a big change happening, right? So you need to be ready to move with the whole thing and trusting that you have everything that you need within you to do this transition, to do these changes. Maybe changes happening very quick, might all of a sudden change your job or career, whatever that might be. Just know that if you trust in yourself and your beliefs and your talents, you'll be just fine. But what will help you with all of this is to be surrounded with a group of people and situations and places that are safe for you, meaning where you can be yourself with everybody basically in the same channel. That doesn't mean that somebody else is wrong or somebody will do anything to you. It's just that when we each one of us, we have our different missions and our intentions and our ways of doing things. So when we're surrounded by the people who are, in the same kind of channel, if we're talking about, say, meditation, and then you go and start talking with someone who's only about finances and they don't do any meditations, you might feel a little bit out of, and perhaps you don't feel comfortable there. Oh, perhaps you love doing that, but you need to have that support. So you need to be supported. You need to be surrounded by people who also is doing the things that you like, like meditation, perhaps some of the economics is all right. So then you have this support in both ends, but if it's only one, just make sure that you are surrounded by these people. That will make things easier. And there's always going to be that physical support right there. So there is so much information just right now here, and there will be more coming up. But I want you just to know that mostly it's like this massive light of information that we are all receiving at this moment, right? And all these doors opening, these gates are opening everywhere for us to create, for us to really intend our energy and to send our energy more wisely, more with more intention. Being aware of all of this will help us to transit all of this. And you might not remember all of it, but it's okay. Know that all this information is already in your energy field. And as you go through it, you might just have a sense of like, oh, that's right. I heard about this, but maybe something was happening this month. What was it? Just by doing that, you will bring that energy and you will bring it into your energy field. And somehow some magical thing happened. And then you feel like, okay, I'm just going to be okay. I know there's this energy of this month. Sometimes we don't need to remember specifically what it was. But when we pay attention more, more close attention to all of these things, how these energies are affecting us through the month, and we know like, oh, this is happening right now, so maybe I should just take a moment and relax, or this is the time for me to take action. So, dear ones, this is a lot of information, so I'm just gonna leave it to here right now. I will be connecting with you more and sharing more about this portal that is coming up in the next new moon. We're going to have also a new moon happening this month. We have the next full moon. So there's so much happening this month. And it's so intense that this energy will just like be the skyrocket fuel almost for the next full year, really. And whatever intentions we set right now, whatever we create right now this month, it will be just basically taking us to that place and time what we really want to be. So these are our opportunities to do. And there is not a wrong or right way to do this or times, because also another thing to consider is that maybe some days, like even though today is full moon, tomorrow some people might present more of this information. It will resonate more tomorrow than it will be today, or some people already are feeling this. So just be aware of that. Just have compassion and step outside, hug a tree, ground yourself, and you will be able to see things more clearly. Well, thank you so much for being here. And remember to do a ritual. I will share with you quick here something that you can do every full moon. It is a cleansing. So you can take a piece of paper, a pen, candle, an incense, a cup of tea, just relax, find a place where you will not be disturbed. I will highly recommend you to meditate for 5 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes. If you can, 5 minutes will be just fine. Set your intention, what you're doing. You bring your candle, and a piece of paper. You can write down all the things that you want to let go. You let go everything that you know there is not serving you anymore. Ideas, feelings, emotions, whatever that might be. You write it down and thank each one of those things for everything they brought to you, all that experience. And because all of those things, you are here right now. And now you are thanking them and letting them go, leaving space for something new. So once you're ready, then you put that piece of paper and you burn it safely. Okay, but you can do this outside, or you have some water beside you. But you could just burn your paper and just thank it over and over as you see everything that it goes. You can also repeat it as you see the paper burning. Say thank you, and you're not letting go the stress, the unnecessary emotions, anger, and things that you want to let go. And as you thank them, you could also write down something that you are leaving space for. You can just write down, now I leave the doors open for, and you can write down something else. But that could also be more for the new moon, yet you can still do it right now. And bring that piece of paper with you, put it under your pillow when you are bringing those new things into your life, so that you connect with that energy. Another thing that you can do instead of burning the paper, something that would be perhaps safer, you can just, if you're indoors, you don't want the whole room to be smoking, and you can just leave your candle, you lit the candle, and you bring an ice cube, and the ice cube, you just put it close to the candle and let it melt. And as you see it melting, you can just, it's the same idea, And it is melting all of those things that you are not wanting to bring with you to this new cycle. Okay, every Monday we have a new cycle. Dear ones, thank you very much, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.